Alright, and welcome to the Vape Spot. So today I'm going to go ahead and tear this thing down, show you. I'm going to leave it as it is. It's really dirty, as you can see. I've been using it a lot. You can see all the buildup around the edges and all the little gross stuff that's kind of built up in between the bars and the battery casing here. So you can really see that I've been using this. I've been using it I think for about 3 weeks now. I've quit smoking since I've started using this device. You can also see right there that the color of the paint has actually started to wear off on the wattage band. You can see all the nasties that have built up in between the bars and the upper casing here that houses the button and the memory chip, or the all the stuff inside that houses the important stuff here. So anyways, let's take off the battery. I want to show you how that's been holding up the button and everything for the past 3 weeks. It looks like it's still doing pretty good. I mean, I do take this on and off a lot, and it's been thinly threaded. I don't know if you can see, but if I turn it just ever so slightly, maybe get it to focus, you can see all of the nasties that have built up on the inside. So I really need to take this thing apart and give it a good cleaning, because I've been using it so much. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So anyways, that seems to be pretty good. I like this button style spring connector for the battery, for the negative. I like that. That's cool. This is a really great device. It's got all the protectors in it, so if you put the battery in backwards or something's not quite right, it tells you by flashing here, these little lights. There's no other displays on it or anything like that. It's not a fancy device. It's a great beginner's device. It's a wattage band, not a voltage band. Basically, you put your tank on, and whatever tank you put on it reads it. There's a cool little chip inside here that does all the thinking for you, so it makes it a great beginner device. Not only a great beginner device, but it could be, let's say maybe intermediate, maybe a little bit more advanced. There's no real fanciness about it. It's just built really, really well. So there's the 18350 battery, and so we'll look down in the tube there, and I really don't, there we go, I really don't see, it looks like it's heated up pretty good. I can see some kind of a, like, what is that kind of chameleon translucent color, like oil, in there. So that this has been heated up really hot. So that tells you that I have been using this thing and really pushing it. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are doing reviews online of this thing, but they're doing the reviews out of the box. I am doing my review after 3 weeks of heavy use. I mean, I'm talking every day, all day, night, 24/7. The only time it's not getting used is maybe for 6 or 7 hours out of the 24 that we have, and I'm using it. You can see it inside that it's actually heated up so much that it has discolored the metal inside. But you know what? It works great still. Okay? So that is one thing I wanted to talk to you about, is that when you really use this thing, you can feel it heat up, where the positive connects to this here. So let's go ahead and remove the 18350 battery casing on this device. Okay? So there are the 3 connectors. These 3 connectors, okay, they have to be lined up to these. And the way that I do it, I found it most simple, is make sure that your device is facing up, look for your itaste logo, and remember that it's not lined up directly with the button. It's a little offset. So I just kind of wiggle it around. There it is. You can hear it lock in. Alright, and then you start screwing. Now these threads are fine. That is one of the things that I do not like. Because if you do not take your time and thread this device right, you're going to have nothing but problems. Okay? I don't know if you can see how thin these threads are on here. Okay? But they're pretty thin. Alright? Now the nice thing about that is there are more threads. so you have more connection in the sense of, maybe if you drop this, maybe the battery casing is not going to be just ripped off. Okay, but the negative is that you've really got to take your time. Now, there's been people on here that said they've had problems. Me personally, I have not. I've taken my time with it. I like it. I think if you take your time with this, look, I mean, you got a little bit of wiggle, just a tiny little bit, but there's not much wiggle at all. So I like that. It seems to be, pretty solid. My complaint is these threads are thin. If you do not take your time, you could misthread it, and then you'll have nothing but issues with whatever casing you misthread. So, anyways, now we've got it down to the bare bones here. You've got your wattage band. You have your power button. It's pretty simple. Nothing fancy here. Whatever is contained in here, and I don't know exactly what is, but obviously it's like a little microchip in there, and it's doing all the thinking for you. It knows what tank you're putting on. It knows, ohms for the battery. It knows what volts to set itself at. So it's nice in that point. I mean, you've got a lot of videos out there now, and they're good videos, but sometimes when they're talking, it's like reading stereo instructions to me. So here are some other threads. I think these, I'm not really sure what these threads are called. These ones right here on the outside, but it fits my Halo Type-C. And then I think these threads right here on the inside, I think those are 510. I'm not sure either, but because I'm a newbie, so I'm just breaking this device down, and I'm telling you that I've really used the crap out of it. Okay, I've really put it through its paces, and it's held up. All right, so it comes with these two different battery casings. One's the 18350, and one is the I believe 18500. And this is the basic breakdown of this device. I mean, it's this is what what it is when you look at it as a newbie. And it's really nice that it's simple, I mean, it's not like you have to do a bunch of math and figure out, okay, your ohms are this and your volts are this, or your wattage should be this, or vice versa. You got to know what your tank's running at and all this other stuff. I mean, it kind of lets you vape with the big dogs in a way, sort of. It kind of gets you up there, but it keeps it simple, and I liked that. I cannot speak well enough of the construction of this device. I mean, it is just, it's solid, okay? I mean, this thing is built well, okay? So the heating up issue right in this area right here, I mean, it gets screaming hot sometimes. I really put it through its paces. Right in this area is where it seems to just heat up. And it's heated up, and I've still ran it even though it was really, really hot, and I know that's dangerous. It could fry your chip inside or do damage to it, but I wanted to know what this thing could do. And I've ran it between two people for over about 3 weeks now, and it's held up. It works great still. It came with this iClear X1 tank. This is the drip tip that came with it. We'll go ahead and look at this tank, and I'll tear this tank all the way down as far as we can get it. So anyways, that'll be on another video. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I really don't know what else to say about this device. I mean, I could get into the specs and the overall, of it, but I think for the newbies, keep it simple, and I'm a newbie. And I'm trying to help out the other newbies, because the other guys that are doing videos, they're so far ahead. They're doing these big mods, these big fancy mods, and or they're doing like the mechanical mod type thing, manual mod or whatever. And some of the stuff still confuses me. I mean, I'm starting to get it a little bit, but I'm still a little lost. You got your clearomizers, your atomizers, and all these other different types of tanks, and it gets a little confusing. This device is, it's not terribly expensive, but it allows you to get a decent vape. It does a lot of the work for you, and that's what I like about it. Because why? Because I'm new, and I hope other newbies are watching this video. If you got a little extra money to fork out there and you want something that's going to last you a long time and that's built well, this device will do it. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I hope you guys stay vaping, and I'm going to stay vaping, and I will check you guys out later.